And we are live. Hey guys, this is Rob here from RB1S Studios in Marshfield, Massachusetts, and this is our weekly video update known as the Bench Report. Up to now, we had not had too many videos out since 2025, and we've decided to bring them back at least for the summer. And this is episode number 29 that you're seeing right now, and we're going to be doing the bench reports once a month, and we'll be doing them live here, a video recording each month, and bring everybody up to speed on what's been happening here at the studios. Typically, things have a tendency to slow down for the hobby during the summer. A lot of times people have outside things going on, whether it's camping or backyard barbecues or family stuff, typical things early in the summer. You have graduations going on and all that, and holidays, 4th of July, and different things going on. People have yard work, they got pools going on, they got going to the beach, all sorts of things. But anyway, for us here at RB1S Studios, rather than slow things down for the summer, we're going to be speeding things up. And one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be spending a little bit more time here at the bench, right here at the bench. We're going to be working on some kits. We're going to be doing some painting, some weathering, different things like that. We have several different kits that are work in progress right now, and they're all at the same level. So we can get a step-by-step in and do some different demonstrations and stuff like that moving forward. So some of that you'll see up on our various social media platforms. We're still using some of the originals like Telegram. We have a daily blog there, and we do weekly content like the Eric Rice photographs that went up yesterday, and we do all sorts of promotions for the different podcasters and content creators out there. We have a lot of great friends that do this sort of thing in the hobby, and they do a great job out there, and we get behind them and support them. And part of what we do here at the hobby, because we cannot be at the hobby bench during the week because of our full-time job and different things, some localized restrictions here that we've talked about in previous episodes. But we're going to be making an effort to be at the bench a little bit more often, especially on weekends. Our schedule at work is going to be changing in the next couple of weeks. Longer working hours during the week, and we're going to be having more Saturdays off coming up. So it's going to be a 5-day work week, longer working day, and then a lot of Saturdays off and Sundays as well. So we're going to be redirecting ourselves. We're going to be getting down and dirty into the bench routine, and we've actually started it already a few weeks ago, going back to March with the Models for Heroes and the 48 and 48 build that we did. So that's actually one of the kits that we have here on the bench. It's the 48 scale Tamiya M5A1 Stewart tank, and that's going to be one of the ones that we're working on. And then we're also going to be doing a deep dive on the Pacific Theater of Operations, Armor in the Pacific, which is something that RB1S Studios' original roots, going back, way back. If you remember, we had a special interest group over on Facebook that was, Armor of the Pacific in World War II, Pacific Theater of Operations. We're going to be going back to that this summer. We're going to be doing some Pacific-themed armor builds, namely some Imperial Japanese armor. And we have a lot of the fine molds kits, which we're going to be showing you in here in a few minutes. And we're going to be going through some of those and bring everybody up to speed on what's happening with that. And some different things going on. We have some new sponsors here at the studios. If you remember some of our sponsors, including Tankraft, we have Gallery Airbrush, we're still being sponsored by them, and we have promo codes for each. And we're also going to be introducing fairly soon Mission Models paints. Now, there's a big debate going on with some certain people, which we won't get into right now because we don't want to name names, but this is all done in fun. It's not meant to be spiteful or anything like that. But Mission Models paints work very well for us. We've been using them for a number of years. The owner and CEO, John Tamkin, is a good friend of ours. We've been having some communications with him. And they've been relaunching their business. They've been moving it out of Burbank, California, and they moved it to Salt Lake City. They're coming back on the market. They're reintroducing some new colors and different things. They've reformulated some of their paints and some of their products that they have, like the polyurethane mix that everyone was having trouble with, including ourselves. But anyway, we're going to have a new sponsor, Mission Models Paints. So we're going to have a promo code for them. We're going to have their little badge icon on some of our stuff. When we work on the models, we'll have, you know, like everybody does, they put the paint brands in front of the kit or in behind the kit and everything like that. So we're going to get behind Mission Models Paints. We're going to be doing some promotions for them, and they're going to become our next sponsor. So that's a big deal for us. We're looking forward to that, and that's going to be moving us into the summer months and beyond. And it took a little while to get there, but we're getting it all up to speed now. So definitely looking forward to that. And we have some new things here at the studios, which we're going to be starting to showcase a little bit. One of the things that we're introducing here to our hobby bench is that, you know, we typically have, you know, the typical hobby tools like everybody else has. You have to have a good set of nippers, you got to have a good set of tweezers, you got to have a good hobby knife, you got to have good sanding materials, that type of thing. And we've checked out a new company, and it's Steady Models. I believe they're Chinese, or at least from the Asian market. Steady Hobbies Tools, and they're really good. They're really good. They're cost effective. They're not that expensive. You can get them off of Amazon.com. They have a store on Amazon. You order it, and within 1 to 2 days, it's coming to your doorstep. And we've checked them out. We've got some of their nippers, and then we also got. They introduce it as a beginner's set. We don't feel that it's a beginner's set. It's more like a sample pack. So this is what you get in a box, nice little box set up like this. It's layered inside, so there's like a foam tray. You get a set of the MS-104 nippers here, which we've actually tried them out, and we have an extra set now because they came as part of this sample pack. You get sanding sticks from 600 grit to 1200 grit, 6 different sanding sticks. These are really good quality, and we enjoy them. And then we also have a set of anyway, so we got a set of these. We got a hobby knife, nice quick blade on that, and it's pretty good. And we're going to try that out later on. And we have some of their sanding sticks, and also we also have one of their other set of nippers. These are the high grade ones, the MS-110 from Steady. These are a little bit finer grade, a little bit finer cut. They're single edge nippers, and they have a little bit of a bigger handle on it, but the nipping part, the actual part you cutting with, is a little bit more fine detail, is for smaller parts. But here you go. We got a set of these. You can get those off of Amazon.com. They're cheap money. They deliver right away, and yeah, and the tweezers. Anyway, so the sample pack is great. The nippers are great. We've tried them out. We're going to be using them on some of our products, and they also have. We're going to be getting some more of their sanding sticks, and then they also have glass files for different things like Mecha, and we do a lot of machining Krieger type stuff here at the studios. So we're going to be focusing a little bit more of attention on that as well. So you're going to see some machining Krieger, some different things coming out of us, some aircraft. We got some aircraft. We got some. We took a deep dive on Qatari models from New Zealand, and we're in pretty good with Mark Robson. They're the CEO and owner of Qatari, and we have some other things going on with that, which we're going to be announcing fairly soon. But we've been getting some of their Spitfire kits. In fact, we have one of these right now. We're going to show off a little bit. And we started off last summer with getting their Messerschmitt BF-109 K4, which is an awesome kit. It's unbelievably good. 30-second scale, and their instructions, they're they're like a book. There's a wealth of information in there. They're easy to follow. They're paint by numbers. Incredible aircraft details on their kits. Their Spitfires are fantastic. We now have 4 of them, and the latest one that came to us just a week ago is the Mark 1A Late. It's the Battle of Britain Special Edition. And take a look at this. That's that's the kit, and it's pretty fantastic. I mean, the box art alone and the kit and the model inside, it's fucking awesome. A little bit expensive maybe, but not so bad. You know, it's worth the price. Their shipping is fantastic. Their customer service is fantastic. We have some pre-orders in with them. Number one is going to be getting a later in August to September or something like that. We'll be getting the Hurricane Mark 1, and that's going to be interesting. We've been seeing a lot of information coming in about that. We're getting behind-the-scenes information from Mark Robson, and of course we're also on the new upcoming. It won't be available until 2028, but we decided to pre-order the Bolt and Paul Defiant, which is another Battle of Britain bird that had the turret on the back. They use it for a night fighter. It was, you know, somewhat successful, somewhat not, but a lot of history there. So we're on the Project Defiant. We've been contacted because we did the pre-order for it. We've been contacted by Mark Robson, and we're on a special little design program for that. And there's a special meeting coming up in August, an online meeting, which is great. We don't know a whole lot about the Bolt and Paul Defiant, but we're going to find out about it. We're going to get that publication from Wing Leader, which is a UK publication on the Bolt and Paul Defiant, and we'll do a deep dive on that. And, you know, 2028 is still a ways out yet, but we're going to be in on that and getting some inside information. It's great to be working with a kit manufacturer like Qatari. And, you know, we're putting the best effort in to help support them, and they're giving something back in return. So it's definitely a plus for them and us, and we're getting behind them. We also have, we got the armor hobby from Poland. We got the 48 scale Hurricane Mark 1 and 48 scale. We had seen some of the content creators out there like Sam Dwyer and Jamie Hago had done one, Sam Dwyer had done one, and it was, and then of course Clayton Ockerby from Workbench Hobbies had done one, and you know, and then Clayton had put in there saying that if an armor modeler can get this into the Hurricanes, you'll be bitten once and then you'll get hooked on them, and sure enough. So we're doing some business with Armor Hobbies from Poland as well, so we're introducing them. If you noticed, we've introduced aircraft into our lineup, and it's something that, as a modeler in our earliest days, that our earliest memories of building models were always airplanes. It was always the 48 scale monogram kits or the Revell kits, you know, the World War II fighter planes and different things, all of them. And we used to get once a month. Back then there was a club or something you'd signed up for, and each month you'd get a new airplane kit to work on. And back in those days, you just put them together and put the decals on it and call it a day. But then as time went by, as you get more mature and everything, you started painting some of the models and everything. So, but anyway, that's where we are with that. We're introducing some aircraft kits into the lineup here at Red Beach One Studios. You'll be seeing a lot more of that moving forward. Some people like it, some people don't like it, but you know, what Red Beach One Studios is all about is what we like, and we're sharing it with everyone. So it's not like we want to be boss here, but you know, what we do is what we do. So that's, you know, rather than copy everybody else, which we've been accused of as copying people, but no, we don't copy people. We're sharing the same thing that they like, and if it happens to be the same thing, so be it. You know, we've had that complaint before. It has gone away, but you know, it's always lingering in the back of our mind. But anyway, that's where we are with that today. And what the other thing we wanted to get down on is one of the things we have done is, we had mentioned earlier, we've gone back to the Pacific. We've gone back to the Pacific Theater of Operations. We have some kits, some Fine Molds kits. Fine Molds is a Japanese model manufacturer. They're on the level of, say, like Tamiya or Asuka model with their Shermans. They're fairly good quality. And what they've done is that after the Shizuoka show in Japan recently, Fine Molds has done a surge of reissued 1/35 scale Imperial Japanese Army armor kits, namely the Type 97 Chiha, There's several different versions that are out right now, and we've got a few of them. We've got 4 of them, including the Type 4 Horo, which you can see right there in the back. We're not going to get that one out here today, but we got one of the Horos. We've been wanting to get that for a long time. And then we got some of the Type 97 Chihas. We've got this one here, which is going to be a Saipan, which I believe is the 9th tank company, the chrysanthemum symbol on the turret. So that has some significance to us. In fact, that's Red Beach 1 Studios is Saipan, 1944. We also got this one here, which is an earlier one with the modified turret, the Shinhodo turret. This is the earliest variant of that. This particular version saw some actions in the Philippines in 1942 and also in China, and then they started coming out with a later style hull. But the Type 97 has always been one of our favorite Japanese tanks, so you're going to be seeing some of that this summer moving forward. And of course, we have the Type 2 Ho-E in front of us right now, which is based on the Type 1 Chihi tank, and it had a 75mm howitzer. It was built as a support tank. They were kind of going with what the Germans had been done with the earlier Panzer IVs, and they had the fleet of Panzer IIIs, but the Panzer IVs at the time had the short 75 on them, and they were regarded as a support tank. But then, of course, the conditions changed on the Eastern Front with the T-34s and KV tanks, so they had to install longer guns on them. And then, of course, the Panzer IV became the main battle tank, and the Panzer III was withdrawn, and they concentrated on the Sturmgeschütz, the assault guns. But anyway, that's the story there. But the Japanese decided that they were going to come up with a support tank with the Ho-E, and it wasn't a self-propelled gun; it was a fully turreted tank. They only made a few before the war ended in the Pacific. We don't believe that any of them saw action on the island hopping, but a few of them did see action in China, or Manchuria in 1945. But anyway, that's where we're going with that. We have some plans going with those, and we have a few other kits here. We have a few shelf queens we're going to tackle this summer, and we're going to get those a little bit further advanced. We're going to be concentrating on painting and weathering. This is the time of year for us to be doing that sort of thing, because in the wintertime it gets a little cold up here, even with the heat on, and then painting is not usually an option. So during the summer months is when we hit the gas with it. The only thing we really have to battle with that is the humidity, but we have remedies for that, because what we do for a living is that we're custom refinishers. So we're constantly working with paints and different things, stains and conversion varnish, and that's something that it's like a paint, but there's an additive like you put into it, like with the Mission Models paints. It activates to a nice eggshell finish when you're done. We operate spray equipment, so it's like a larger version of an airbrush. It's an HVLP system, but it's like a big spray gun, but it's essentially an airbrush is what it is. But we work with pigments. We do color matching and all this other stuff, pigment concentrate. So we have a general idea, color theory, and how to make new things look old, or old things look brand new, that type of thing. So anyway, and we do some furniture restoration and different things like that too. So, which we're going to get to in the next episode, which will be number 30, which will be coming in July. We'll cover down on some different things, because one of the things that we had made a purchase on recently, and we've gotten a few of them now, but Bases by Bill. They're out in Wisconsin, and they make wooden bases, cherry wood, that usually square, or now they're coming out with some circular or oval shape, but they feature different things like air-filled or carrier deck on the top of it, and it's something that we're gonna show off. We're going to explain a little bit more in more detail moving forward, because we're still waiting to get one of them. We have the air-filled one, we have the Imperial Japanese carrier deck, and now we have the U.S. Navy one coming. So there's going to be some aircraft coming up in the near future, but we wanted to get the wooden bases. It's something that we could probably do ourselves, but we wanted to give Bases by Bill some business and give them a little bit of a showcase, because if you notice, they sponsor a lot of the podcasts like Plastic Model Mojo and the Model Geeks, and also they do some advertising on the Plastic Posse as well. So We decided to try them out. They're really great, and we got our first one probably back in late December, early January. It was right after the holidays. We got another one about a month ago, and then we put in an order for the Navy carrier deck, because one of the things that happened here is that we won a contest on the Model Geeks podcast. I think it was episode number 123, 122, 123, something like that. And we won a Magic Factory 48 scale F4U1D Corsair, and that's right up our alley. Of course, you know, Marines flew the Corsair in the Pacific during World War II, and they also flew them in Korea. But this is an F4U1D, so that's a late war bird, and it's we love the Corsair. If we had to pick one World War II fighter plane out of all of them and keep it as a favorite, then the Corsair would be it. So we're ecstatic about that. So that's the reasoning behind the carrier deck bases and all this other stuff. So we're working together with the Model Geeks podcast. In fact, we have something coming up with them in, I believe it's September. So nothing etched in stone yet. We'll keep everybody informed of what's going on with that. But we'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it for the week. And we'll cover down on where you can find Red Beach One Studios, because we get a lot of questions about that. We have a great following nowadays. This is a real big update for us, because we haven't done any videos for a while. We're bringing them back for the summer, so there'll be at least 3. There'll be today's video, which is 29. There'll be a 30 and a 31. Then we're going to assess how they go, what type of response we get from them. There'll be a live chat with this video when it drops on Tuesday night. It will be a premiere, so when the video comes out, you guys can chat with us, and we'll be on the other side of it, and you can check us out. But you can find Red Beach One Studios on Telegram. That's our main base of operations. We use it as a template for all the other social media platforms. We don't have a huge following there because a lot of people don't like Telegram, the Telegram app, for one reason or another. People have a tendency to come find us, hang out for a while, and then they get bored with it and they bail out on us. But we're using it for a template for all the other social media platforms. You can find Red Beach One Studios on Instagram. We do all sorts of promotions over there, and now we're starting to get back into the groove of promoting ourselves and getting our own material out there. We have well over 400 followers on Instagram. It's become a great marketing tool for us, so we're going to be staying with that. You can find Red Beach One Studios over on Spacebook. Yes, we call it Spacebook because it's as far out as the rings of Saturn, the planet Mars, the inner Earth, and the Moon as well. But we have 1K followers, and it's growing by the day. And we do a lot of material over there, a lot of different things over on Spacebook. We have special interest groups on Spacebook. We have the Armor Modeling Group for Red Beach One Studios. We have one for the Bench Report. We have a World War I modeling group that covers all genres of World War I subjects, including aircraft, armor, ships, and trench scenes and stuff like that. We have, as we had mentioned, we have World War II armor in the Pacific Theater of Operations. We have one for the Korean War armor, Vietnam War armor, and then we have one that's paint, weathering, and groundwork, which is becoming more popular by the day, and we're going to be doing some work over there too. So be sure to check out Red Beach One Studios over on Spacebook. We have a great following over there. You can find Red Beach One Studios over on YouTube. Yes, we do have a YouTube video channel, although we took a break for 2025 for new videos like these. And we decided to bring them back because, we just felt like doing something different for a change, and this is it. So we have a great following over there. We have 34 videos, which this will be number 35. We have 29 of which are for the Bench Report, and then we have a couple that we had first started out. They're kind of goofy, so don't hold our head to the chopping block or anything like that. But anyway, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon on the corner there. That way you'll be notified when the new videos drop. In fact, we're going to be putting up the link to this video once we're done with it, and so you guys can get signed up, because there's a notification bar there that will notify you 30 minutes in advance of when this video will drop. So you'll be finding out about this as you're watching it. You can find Red Beach One Studios over on X. Yes, we're hanging out with Elon Musk, Starlink, SpaceX, grok and all types of modern technologies like Tesla. And we have a great following over there. It's become a spotlight social media platform for us. We love the high-tech value of it. We have a completely different audience over there on X. The Japanese market is all over X, including all the manufacturers that you can think of. Tamiya and Asuka Model and Fine Molds, Hasegawa, Wave Corporation for Machining Krieger, and you got Kyoto. You got all of them. Armor Modeling Magazine, Scale Aviation Magazine, all the Japanese stuff. There's a mega ass ton of Machining Krieger on X, so be sure to check us out over there. But anyway, you can also find Red Beach One Studios over on Discord. We have a Discord server. Now it's set to private, so you just can't join it and hop on. But if you're interested in joining our Discord, we have a wide range of great modelers from all over the world who contribute, who do a lot of work in progress photos. People actually participate. We have armor modeling, aircraft modeling, we do figures, we do groundwork, we have Machining Krieger, we do Gundam and Gunpla and all that type of stuff. We have an announcement board. We have a live streaming capability, which we do build sessions once a month over in the Red Room, which is on our Discord. But if you want to join Discord, you have to DM us. Send us a DM, request a invite link, we'll send it to you, and it's good for 7 days, and then you can sign up and you can come join us. So we have a great bunch of people from all over the world on our Discord server. So be sure to check out Red Beach One Studios. Okay, guys, this is Rob from Red Beach One Studios. We're going to sign off today. We're going to hit the barbecue scene, and we're going to be doing some Italian sausage, peppers, and onions today. It's Fenway Park. We've got a ball game, and it's going to be on in a few minutes. We're going to have some beer kicked back. We're going to enjoy the rest of our Sunday. So thank you for watching. We'll be back next month, and let's hit the bench.